the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Coming up on DC News Now this morning, an outbreak of violence in the district. What we know so far about several shootings reported in just a few hours. Plus, an 11th hour save and a government shutdown just barely avoided. And lawmakers coming to an agreement right before that deadline, how they tried to manage to find a compromise and how long they have until this becomes an issue once again. And people in Maryland, they are waking up to a new set of laws, how the new regulations could impact gun owners and people who struggle with addiction. And a little later, the first student loan bills in 3 years finally here. We're stretching your dollar, helping you manage the monthly payments. But it's almost coming up on 8 o'clock. We're taking you live outside. This is Roslyn?
Yes.
Yes, this is a beautiful shot over. Look at that picturesque sky. We are starting off Sunday with some sunshine, people. The DMV preparing for a pretty warm week. But don't get used to it because it is fall after all. So, but enjoy it. It's like we have a good amount of days to do that. Good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining myself and Brittany Ward here on DC News Now. Before we get to our top stories, we're going to go to Brittany now, who tells you for the next few days, you have nothing but good weather to enjoy.
Yes, lovely way to open up the first day of October. It's going to be filled with wall-to-wall sunshine. But if you live further off to the north and west there, in Garrett, in Allegheny County, you guys are dealing with some dense fog. So keep that in mind when stepping out. Make sure you guys are taking your time. Now, the National Weather Service put this in place, set to expire about 10 a.m. That's because as the sun continues to heat the Earth's atmosphere, we'll slowly begin to see that fog dissipate. But overall today, gorgeous day out there, all thanks to our good friend high pressure just off to the north. That's going to continue to dominate as we head into at least the next 72 hours, providing us with wall-to-wall sunshine. And we're also going to be tracking some warmer temperatures. So stepping out the door, 64 currently in the nation's capital, 67 as you head over there to Lexington Park, 58 in Hagerstown. Still a tad bit cooler as you head along the mountaintops. Woodstock, you guys are coming in at 48 degrees, 50 as you head over there to Luray. So planning your breakfast, mostly clear skies. That will be the trend throughout your entire day before temperatures finally warm up into the lower 70s as we head into 11 o'clock.
All right, Brittany, that is a beautiful forecast. Thank you. Breaking now, police are investigating several shootings after a violent night in the district. 5 shootings in just 6 hours across Northwest and Southeast D.C. The first happened on Shepherd Street Northwest. Police say 2 black cars were seen leaving that area. The next 3 shootings were reported within an hour of each other. They were on M Street Northwest, Wayne Place Southeast, and Georgia Avenue Northwest. The most recent shooting was reported just after 4 this morning. D.C. police say they're looking for a black Chevy Tahoe with D.C. tags GJ9736. No word yet on how many people were hurt in the shooting. Stay with D.C. News Now. We'll bring you any updates from police when we get it. And at 8:02, President Biden signed the spending bill that'll keep the government running for another 45 days. It was a major turnaround in the House to get that short-term bill passed, and it sailed through the Senate. Our Washington correspondent, Raquel Martin, looks at what was put in and left out in last night's winners and losers.
Very good news for the country.
Congress has averted a shutdown. With just hours to spare before a midnight deadline, senators cleared a short-term spending package.
Democrats and Republicans have come to an agreement.
Hours before, the House managed to pass the deal after weeks of infighting among Republicans.
People have won. The extreme MAGA Republicans have lost.
In the end, all but 1 House Democrat voted yes, and 90 House Republicans voted no. The package, produced by Speaker McCarthy at the 11th hour, would keep the government running for another 45 days. It includes disaster relief aid, excludes Ukraine funding, and maintains current spending levels, a deal breaker for some Republicans.
We have a conference that wants to continue the same garbage that is happening over and over again.
For weeks, McCarthy tried to appease conservative demands to dramatically cut federal spending. But Friday, many in that same group voted down a package which included those very cuts.
Not passed.
The pivot to work across the aisle could cost McCarthy his speakership. Florida Republican Congressman Matt Gaetz promised to call a vote to oust McCarthy if conservative demands were not met.
If somebody wants to make a motion against me, bring it.
Without a deal, millions of government workers and military families would stop receiving paychecks, and many services would be paused.
There has to be an adult in the room. I am going to govern with what is best for this country.
And that vote to avoid a shutdown wasn't without its fair share of events. Democratic Representative Jamal Brown now responding to allegations of pulling a fire alarm before the House voted on the bill. Bowman stated hours after the alarm that it was a mistake he made while rushing to get through a door he says is usually open but was closed. Capitol Police say they are still investigating the incident. 8:04, and it's October 1st, and it's kicking off Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Over in Hagerstown, they're planting over 1,000 pink flags.
You feel isolated when you have breast cancer, but there's no need to be isolated because breast cancer awareness is there.
Longtime supporter of breast cancer awareness of Cumberland Valley and their organization. They do amazing things in this community to help those in need.
Hagerstown's Step in Stride Breast Cancer Awareness Walk scheduled for October 21st. And some new Maryland laws go into effect today. They include changes in gun laws and spousal defense. Now, one law repeals a spousal defense law that prohibits prosecuting a spouse for rape or certain sexual offenses. When it comes to gun laws, starting today, you will not be able to carry a concealed handgun at schools, healthcare facilities, government buildings, stadiums, and a few more places. Hate crime victims will now be able to sue the person or group who committed crimes against them. And there are also changes to drug policies as well. In Maryland, hospitals will be required to test for fentanyl to assess a patient's condition. And the law will grant immunity from legal consequence to someone experiencing a medical emergency after substance use. And SNAP benefits also seeing changes today. The changes address who is eligible for benefits. It comes after President Biden signed the Fiscal Responsibility Act back in June. Now, that means more people will be required to prove they are actively working, training, or in school to receive benefits. Proof will be required for people without dependents who are 51 and 52 years old. Starting in October of next year, that age requirement will go up to 54 years old. Here at DC News Now, we always tell you about DMV Doers, people making a difference. Well, this week's DMV Doer working to build community and advocate for people living with disabilities. DC News Now anchor Mark Hall introduces us to this person who is making a difference.
Most people know Stacy Brown as the owner of Signorama DC North, where she has provided valuable signs to people in the community for more than 13 years.
For most businesses that have particularly a brick and mortar, the number one thing is, being found. We're most concerned with how can they find you and how can we ensure the signage is consistent with your look online so that people aren't confused.
Stacy has a second Signorama in Silver Spring, but what most people don't know is that she's also a big supporter of Habitat for Humanity.
I have a personal affinity towards affordable housing. That's one of my personal, issues that I get involved with in my community.
Stacy occasionally provides address signs for new homeowners at no cost.
One of the things that I thought would be cool is how to get the homeowners involved to add a personal touch. So I volunteered and said, hey, we'd love to provide personalized address numbers. We'll work with the homeowner directly to understand their style. Do they want something classic? I think it can have a really big impact for something so small.
She's also a strong advocate for helping people with disabilities find employment.
I've been an advocate for them. I've spoken to other small businesses on their behalf. Every time they have someone, they send them my way. And that's something I've been doing for over a decade. It just seems to work well.
And she leads by practicing what she preaches. She has 3 neurodivergent employees and is a firm believer everyone has something to contribute.
Even a small business like me could utilize them in the fact that they also provide support to help keep my office in order, and they share a job. And then I have a graphic designer. So it's all levels of expertise.
A man in New Jersey intentionally rammed his car through a police station. That is according to police, and they say that wasn't the only building he drove his car through. Take a look at this video right now. You see that car just come right through, and then the officers walk out. Officials say the man did the same thing to a home of someone he knew. Independence Township Police say he was playing Welcome to the Jungle by Guns N' Roses. Now he faces multiple charges, including a terrorism charge. Back here in the district, Mayor Bowser says hiring and retaining police officers is one of the acting police chief's priorities. The mayor says about 400 officers have left the force over the past 4 years. D.C. Police Union gives a different number. They say more than 1,300 police officers have parted ways with the department since June of 2020. The union says it remains dedicated to working with D.C. Council and other elected officials to find meaningful police reform measures while keeping communities safe from violent crime. All right, 8:09, Virginia Beach's Neptune Festival returns for its 49th year. This weekend, the festival features a sand castle competition. It's unlike anything you've seen. Sarah Goody from our sister station Wavy spoke with the CEO of that festival.
32 artists are competing this week at the Virginia Beach ocean front.
Monday morning at 8 o'clock, we literally blew a horn and the sculptors went to work.
They're from 15 countries and work solo or in teams of 2, using sand, water, and a few tools to create intricate sand sculptures. Kit Chope is the CEO and president of the Neptune Festival.
It's fun to see every year who really pushes the limits and how they push the limits.
The Boardwalk Weekend brings in 400,000 people. The International Sand Sculpting Competition is one of the main events. Some of the professionals have returned year after year. One of those is John Gowdy.
Virginia Beach is probably the best event we have on the circuit. And I've been here 30 years, close to, I lost count.
He tries to make each piece unique, and this year's theme is close to his heart.
My dad was a Navy man, and I know this is a Navy area, a naval area, so I decided on a military theme. But it's going to be an emotional piece, and it's going to be a tearjerker.
The world-class group, Gowdy says, is one of the strongest he's competed against. Using 15 tons of sand, they work to create a masterpiece.
All right, your time now, 8:11, and if you are stepping out the door here in the nation's capital, temperatures are on the warmer side. We're already starting to see them warm up into the mid-60s. Lots of sunshine to talk about for your Sunday fun day. Winds are going to be on the lighter side, shifting out of the north at about 5 to 7 miles per hour. Then we head further off to the north and west. You guys are still dealing with some patchy fog out there, but as we head through the second half of your morning into the early afternoon, we'll slowly begin to see those that fog dissipate, with temperatures struggling to get out of the 50s at first before warming up into the upper 70s to lower 80s. So definitely keep it here. We'll talk more about that in just a bit.